Hello. Today I'm transporting the company's excavator from a recycling site in Mjøndalen, Norway, to a different recycling site in Åmot, also in Norway. I'm using my truck, my R580 with tandem drive. I'm using the company's trailer for moving heavy machines. It's a beast of a trailer. The trailer alone is right about 15 meters long. It weighs right about 15 tons. Uh, I'm in no way an expert of driving the excavator, but I can manage myself to get it up to the trailer at least and use it. But as I say, I'm no expert. So I have increased the speed of the video to shorten the time because this will take a long time. I used more than half an hour from I started until I was ready to leave. As you can see, I have the machine in place. Now it's securing it. I still keep the speed up just because it's a lengthy process. I use 4 chains to secure it, 2 at the front and 2 at the back of the undercarriage of the excavator. There we are, finally in the truck, and I'm starting to drive. I still have my camera on the head let you see a little bit on my head movements. You will notice I move my head a lot, especially where there is corners and everything, due to the fact that I'm about 20 meters long, I'm close to 50 tons, and I'm almost 3 meters wide. Height wise, there is no problem. I'm less than 4 meters, so uh, the trailer have a forced steering axle, so I can, with a remote control, steer one of the back axles on it to help me do the turns. As you can see, there is still activity on the recycling plant as I'm leaving it, so I have to mind other cars and stuff. The first stretch of this route goes through the outskirts of Mjøndalen. Mjøndalen is a somewhat small Norwegian city. I'm sure some people from Mjøndalen will protest and stuff, but that's the truth of it. There is a few roundabouts. As you can see on the timer on the camera, it's 4 o'clock, so the traffic is fairly high. The timestamp says 20th of May, and it is. I recorded this video the 20th of May, but haven't had the time to sit down, edit it. May, June is busy months for me. There is a lot of things happening work-wise at the home and everything, so I do the editing and post them as soon as I have the time for it. You can also see the traffic isn't crazy bad. It's not easy, but it's not crazy bad. Starting to pick up. It's 5 minutes past 4 soon, or 4:03 to be exact. Mjøndalen has a lot of roundabouts with the undercarriage under the railroad, which is the narrowest part when I'm this long and wide. As you can see, I'm placing myself kinda wrong in this roundabout. I'm actually taking up both lanes. This is to give myself the room to get the trailer to join me around the roundabout without climbing to the center curb. I'm also using the steering axle on the trailer and to get the trailer to turn the way I want to. I'm also using that steering axle in more or less all roundabouts to make my job easier. as we get to the city called Hokksund, or actually we are on the outskirts of it, and a nice narrow detour on the road due to construction. Uh, I have to mention, I'm sorry, there is no engine sounds, no stuff like that, but due to copyright rules for YouTube, and I was not thinking, so I was playing my radio. I have to mute all the music, all the sounds, and everything. I will try to make a few USB sticks or something with music that I'm actually allowed to play in my videos that I can use when I'm doing recordings from the inside of my truck. Uh, Sadly, that's just the way it is. I'm trying at least to put in the type of music I was listening to on this ride. I hope you'll enjoy it. All of the music I'm using is from YouTube's own channel or creator tool, where there is music without copyright. Uh, some of them you have to include some information in the description, some you don't. I always write the name of the artist and the melody in the video, so you can see it as the melody ends. Some of them doesn't have an artist name, so there is only a name of the title of the track, and I leave that if you're interested or stuff like that. I don't use the channels that says blah blah blah, no copyright music, because all of the sudden someone get a contract with a record company and that music becomes copyrighted. Then I have the hassle of removing it or even removing the whole video from uh, my channel. I don't want that. I have done that with some videos earlier, and I just can't be asked to do that extra job. So for me, it's mostly instrumental, but there is a lot of quite decent music, as you can hear. As you could see back there, I was trying to accelerate. Well, you couldn't see it. I was trying to accelerate from the 50 zone up the hill, but my truck wasn't really interested in that idea. I needed to get up on the flat here to accelerate up to 70 kilometers an hour. Even though with 580 horsepower and a 16 liter engine, uh, doing that acceleration is too hard on the engine. But still, most of the time it's enough. And here I am. This is Åmot. Well, outside Åmot, if I take this exit, I will end up in Åmot Centrum, which is a medium-sized Norwegian town, nice town. I'm not going there. I'm going to the recycling plant, which is this upcoming exit. It's a tight, narrow 90 degrees turn into a narrow country road. And believe it or not, it becomes even narrower and a gravel road. As you can see, there is angles and everything, making it interesting with the long trailer I have. And here I am almost turning off into what becomes a gravel road. As I see there is a car coming up ahead, I don't want to meet him out there. Easier to meet him here, so I stop, flash my full lights, and wait for him to drive. I know I'm not gonna say most people are bad drivers because they are not, but there is some not so good drivers, and a lot of people isn't used to driving a truck. They're not used to being 3 meters wide and everything. So I don't expect them to plan ahead where they want to meet me. I have to plan where I want to meet them. Especially on roads like this, as you can see, we are now on the gravel road. It's narrow. I take the more or less the whole road. There is no room for a car to meet me at this point. I see there is another car coming, so I plan it and manage to meet it here where it's at the widest. I can pull all the way up here and make the room. As I'm entering the recycling plant, I hope you liked the video. Became a little bit longer than my original plan, but that's just the way it is. I haven't included the part where I unload the excavator and everything. It would be what I did at the start of the movie, just opposite way. You see, this is a little bit smaller recycling plant, so everything is more tight. There isn't much room for me to maneuver. Uh, I will end it here. Hope you liked it. If you did like the movie for more trucking movies from me, there will be a few more. I'm driving asphalt this summer and everything. I will try to keep them around 20 minutes and rather have, call it episodes of it. Uh, so as I say, like the movie if you liked it. I would appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. If you don't like it, downvote it. Thank you. Goodbye.